everybody, and thank you for joining us for Session 3 of Pirates of Dark Water, a Cypher system actual play on the HappyJacks RPG Network. To catch up on past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/Pirates of Dark Water, and to find all of the shows on HappyJacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. My name is Vixie Bell, and I will be your friendly neighborhood GM for this game. I'm super excited to be here, but I am but the game master. I cannot tell this story alone. That story is going to help be created not just by me, but with the help of this fabulous table. And I'm going to throw it to them to introduce themselves, starting with, drum roll please, our newest addition to the crew, Sam.
Howdy, everyone. Hi, I'm Sam Star. I use she, they, and the occasional they pronouns. I will be playing Sophie Stormborn.
Ooh, and tell us a little bit about Sophie.
I will read you Sophie's exact statement.
Fantastic. I love this.
Press release.
Sophie Stormborn is a tough, hardy pirate who fights dirty.
Ooh, yes. There we go. And moving on from you, we'll go over to your now rival, because you guys have a rivalry, have an unfinished battle to get into. Komu/Joe. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your character?
Hey everybody, I'm Joe Shihao. Don't worry about pronouncing my name because you can't. Just call me Joe. I will be playing Komu. Komu is a grizzled veteran warrior. He strikes as hard as stone but flows like water.
Ooh. And moving on from you to our fabulous googly-eyed wonder, Ozzy. Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself and the fabulous Ozzy.
Ozzy. Hi, I'm Courtney. Pronouns are she, her. And I play Ozzy, a former minion of Bloth, and she is a dishonorable pirate who explores dark places.
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, Ozzy in the last episode was so great.
Thank you. Oh, also, we can't forget Wayne, who is Dwayne. Sorry, Wayne is my cat. Dwayne is the rock.
Right. Gotta keep them separate.
Yes.
Dwayne carried.
He's a character
2.
now.
Yeah, or Dwayne carried Session 2, I think.
Yes.
You know, very
Wayne
crucial,
is
vital.
Wayne is Dwayne's alter ego.
Yeah. Wayne is the orange cat who you'll see pop on here every now and then.
I think it'll be appropriate for today's episode. No spoilers, though.
Okay.
And last but not least, our wonderful, unconscious, and unprepared princess, Lloyd/Ari. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your character.
Hi everyone, I'm Lloyd. I am an incredibly cool black guy from London who kicks ass and takes names, and I'll be playing Ari, who is an inquisitive, mystical princess who remembers the past, who has decided that they and they alone are the only hope of saving the entire of the world from Darkwater.
Save me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. Sorry, I had to quote that. Anyway. But yeah, Ari has noble goals, but definitely left home without her wallet. So this is fine. We're fine. We're doing great.
We'll fix
I
it.
feel I need to say this again. What do we need money for? I don't understand.
To buy food, because we like food and medicine.
Doesn't food just come from the kitchen?
Sigh. Thanks, Ari. You're the best.
Oh
my gosh.
No, excuse me, I'll pass out.
Oh yeah, it's true. You are unconscious right now. Speaking of, let's get into the recap of our last session for our wonderful players. So last session, if you weren't here for it or you just need a quick refresh, our wonderful characters have acquired, I think acquired is a good word to use for a less than legal acquisition of a ship, similar to the Wraith, called the Aurora. That after that acquisition, they sailed into Jondatown, which is essentially the Tortuga of Myr, a place where you have lots of taverns, parties, and pirates. However, on their way to Jondatown, they did encounter some dark water, which was mysteriously dissipated by Ari at the cost of Ari's physical health. Currently, when we last left Ari, she was feverish and still clutching her compass, which had pointed to Jondatown, or at least in the direction of Jondatown before this all happened. Ozzy and Komu debarked the ship. They moored the ship, obviously. You can't have it float away on you. I know sea stuff. The very basics. We're fine. Anyway, so they tied off the ship, made sure it wasn't going to go anywhere. Ozzy's fearsome reputation kept any other pirates from stealing the Aurora, because nobody wants to deal with the former crewmate of the Maelstrom. And they found their way to the Sunken Coast Tavern, where we met the wonderful Sophie, who also happens to be Ari's best friend. And upon encountering Sophie, they managed to have a little bit of discussion about money. But it bears to mention that Komu also ran into an old friend at the Sunken Coast. You ran into Ayaz. And after a tense discussion between the two of you, you also gained a little gold to your name. But that was not enough to fund your entire trip, since you guys are searching for the treasures of Rule. And you ended up talking to Sophie about perhaps participating in another, slightly less than legal, fight ring that Sophie has, or Sophie seemed to be connected to. We'll put it like that. And you found your way to the fight ring, and you signed yourself up. Ozzy got popcorn. Ozzy was ready. And just as you faced your first opponent, none other than Sophie, a raid overtook everything. You frantically made your escape from the basement of the Sunken Coast as members of Ari's brother and sister's crews raided the space and and a little bit of the town around it in search of Ari, who they could not find. You managed to make your way back to the ship and sail away, having gained precious information and precious gold. You know that the cure for Ari's malady, if I say it wrong, I'll get made fun of, so I'm not going to say it that way. The cure for Ari's malady is to be found at a place called Kunda's Blessed Tinctures, which happens to be on the other side of the island. So now you find yourselves discreetly sailing around to the northeast side of the island to a place known as towards the waterfalls, which are creatively named Jonda Falls.
We're sailing, steering the ship, going, "Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious."
Weirdly appropriate for this situation. Komu, what are you up to?
I think I'm on the deck, just kind of keeping an eye out, doing deckhand work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And Sophie, what about you?
I think Sophie is also checking mass, things like that, deckhand work, and probably is like delegating to Komu like what spots of the mass they want him to check and secure, make sure sound.
Great. I think Niddler is still keeping an eye on Ari, as well, just kind of monitoring Ari's fever. And as you guys sail, fortunately for you, everyone seems to be obsessed with the fireworks that had somehow been set off that may or may not have totaled that basement of yours, Sophie. So while they're dealing with that, it gave you enough time to escape without an insane amount of pursuit. Not to mention, everyone's expecting you to sail away, not sail around. So, tactics. Good job, Ozzy. Great plan. But yeah, you soon start seeing the landscape change as you sail along the island. The waters around Jondatown are relatively calm. Fortunately, you've been blessed with some decent weather, at least for now. But with that, we're going to zoom into the interior of the ship where we see Ari, sweating and feverish. Ari, you are moving from side to side. It's very uncomfortable. But you find yourself dreaming. And in your dream, you are moving through a beautiful garden. It seems to be very well kept. It also doesn't feel like anywhere that you've ever been to or read stories of. What you see beyond this sort of manicured space is a great marble white temple. Think of like the Parthenon or one of these big buildings that are imposing but also seem to have a bit of a majesty to them, you know, that have as they take quite a bit of engineering and work to create. And the weather is very mild here, and it's almost as if you're in it. There is almost as if it's like a feeling, like a vibe that you're familiar with this place, but not familiar at the same time. It feels familiar, but is nothing like what you've ever read about or known. What do you do? You are muted. So, well, that is a great theory. Yeah.
I will stop and sort of like gaze up at the building, and I'll sort of move up to try and like touch it to see how it feels, the stone.
The feeling of smooth, polished marble greets you, as well as another sensation, one of life, something alive. It's hard to describe what that feels like, but it's that sort of spark of existence that is inside of things that are living creatures, from the tiniest bug to the largest agron. It's the sort of thing that seems to go out like a light or a candle flame when that living thing passes on to its next form of existence. That is the sensation that you feel when you touch this building.
I'm gonna guide my path, I say as I go inside.
Inside this marbled place, you feel a sort of lightness and protection. Like you feel that this place is safe, if that makes sense. There's nothing that can really, like if something were to come get you, it wouldn't be able to get you here. And you can see that the marble here almost looks like, I'm trying to remember the name of when something is cracked and those cracks are filled in with gold. Kintsugi, is that? I hope that's the name. Something like that. It's when you can see that there are cracks in the stone that have been filled with a gold or a shimmery kind of material, almost like veins that go through it. And at the one side of it, you see what looks like a shadow.
Is it like a human-sized shadow?
It's a human-sized shadow.
I go, who goes there? Step into the light.
The shadow seems to freeze for a moment, like it wasn't expecting to see anyone here. And it turns its head and looks to you. And you see a hooded figure. They seem to be wearing a dark cape of some kind. But the face beneath looks humanoid. Not a specific race necessarily, but like human in the way that you're human. A human of Myr. And they look to you and say, "How did you get here? Who are you?"
There's a time I'm about to answer, and I sort of pause because Ari's memory isn't that clear, and it's all a bit jumbled from behind. So I go, I don't know. Where is here? Where am I? Who are you?
The person slowly removes their hood, and you see a femme-presenting individual with shoulder-length brown hair, I can talk. Shoulder length brown hair, soft gray eyes, and a mark that goes down her eye. It looks tribal. It looks like it's some kind of signifier, not necessarily a scar or anything like that. She says, "My name." I know. She like looks at you for a moment, like she doesn't quite trust you because she's not sure who you are, but you do remind her of someone. And she sort of squints at you for a moment, says, "I'm not sure how I got here either. I will give you my name if you will give me yours."
Well, that's pretty simple. Most people know who I am. I am Ari, Princess of Octopon, seeking the end of Darkwater itself.
The figure's face like flashes with recognition. Like, oh, I should have known who this person was. That should have been obvious to me. Damn right. Okay, you know what? Some people are dealing with like other things aside from knowing who you are. Okay. Anyway, so she looks at you and says, "I'm Cassandra." I don't have a title aside from one that you may not be familiar with. Do you know what an Esper is?
For a moment, Ari racks her brain and wonders that's almost as close to what their mom is, but it sounds similar. I don't know. Does Ari know what an Esper is?
You do not. You have, this is something that your parents probably haven't told you about yet because it's not vital to your existence in this time. It will be vital to whoever takes the throne of Octopon next. So,
So Ari goes, I've never heard the term, but if you're lost, I'm also lost. You want to be lost together?
she smiles a little bit. You can see that she's around your age, maybe a couple years older. And she sort of strides hesitantly forward towards you and says, "Well, Espers are the record keepers of Myr. We have a long history. We have a way of ensuring that we record everything that happens here." And she sort of taps her head as if to indicate that this is how they do it. You're not sure what that means necessarily, but you can make any guesses if you want.
Yeah. Ari will cock her head, but you wouldn't happen to have remembered the way out of here by any chance, would you?
She looks from side to side and she says, "I'm not really sure how I got here in the first place. This is unusual. I can only assume that I might be unconscious right now."
Wait, something's coming to me. I think I might be unconscious too, or dead. I'm really hoping I'm not dead.
I really hope it's not the latter.
Really hoping I'm not dead. My brothers would never let me live that down.
Your brother and sister.
Yeah.
I remember now. Your sister, and then
Oh, you remember them first and not me?
She starts to tell you something about your sister, and she immediately doubles over in pain.
I rush over.
She like clutches. She's clutching at her head, like she's trying to fight off the pain, and you can see her form start to flicker and fade. And she's like, your sister, be careful." And as she says that, the image of her fades away.
Ari has a moment where she looks around, calls out, Cassandra? Cassandra!
You are greeted with just the softest of breezes and that same feeling of life flowing through you. And that breeze sort of guides you out, like you know how wind takes on a direction? The direction in which it's blowing is outside of the temple and towards the natural surroundings that you find yourself in, as if asking you to connect with it.
Ari believes herself to be fairly smart.
Mm-hmm.
And she also believes herself to be very opportunistic. When the thing come up, she'll take the chance no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So when she gets this really odd feeling, although she doesn't do it willingly, she does it instinctively, where she sort of like looks at her hand and then sort of points her hand out to the nearest like plant and tries to touch that too.
The plant seems to reach out to you also. It's a very ET moment where you have the sort of like meeting of both hands. And as it touches you, it's almost like a clairsentience, a knowing that you can ask this plant for help at any point in time. And that is where we're going to leave you, Ari, as the aurora pulls in to a relatively safe port in quotes, because there is no real port on this side of the island. You're just not in a sandbar, which is helpful. If that makes sense, because I presume that I'm forgetting who the experienced sailor is here, if it's Ozzy or Sophie.
Yeah.
But
more Sophie, Ozzy can support though.
Okay, so Sophie, I assume that you would be the one looking for a safe place to guide the ship to. So,
Correct.
What does that look like for you?
I think to everyone that's on the deck of the Aurora and is watching Sophie, they are, for all intents and purposes, locked in. Like, they make docking a ship, steering a ship, just being at the helm of a ship altogether look like it's just as easy as breathing, just as natural as blinking, just as sure as the water that the boat coasts on. They're completely 100% in their element. So their head is consistently like on a swivel, looking at high points, looking at the ground, looking through the rustles of leaves, seeing if there's anybody around, trying to find a spot that the ship can safely dock at, but also close enough that if we need to make a quick getaway, we can with ease.
Okay, so you pull into this. I'm not going to make this a roll because it's not a difficult thing to do with that kind of experience for you. You are able to find a safe place to dock your ship. And what spreads out before you is pure wilderness. You can see the sort of mist rising from the falls, but it's clear that you are actually not on the side they're on, because the side that the falls are on faces Johnstown itself. If you're in Johnstown and you look towards the northeast, you can see the falls. You are physically not facing them. And as far as the wilderness goes, let's talk about it. Jonda Falls consists of 3-mile-wide interconnecting crescent-shaped waterfalls that cascade over an 800-foot cliff before emptying into tall, jagged rocks below. You can see the thick mist covering the area that's where they are. Even though it's there, you're on the other side, it's still thick enough to kind of surround their area. You can actually see rainbows flickering and fading in and out because of how thick and reflective this mist is. And you can hear the roar of the falls it muffles just about everything except the loudest of sounds. And you also know that trying to get to the side of the island by land is incredibly difficult because of the tall, like basically jagged rocks that surround it. It's very hard to traverse. It's all but unclimbable but there is a hilly rise that leads to the top of the falls if you head a little further east. So not impossible, but definitely gives you a layer of protection in terms of pursuit. No one's going to immediately think to go by land to come and get you guys.
Okay. I think as Sophie is docking and hunkering the ship down, she is relaying that information to both Komu and Ozzy of like the possibilities and where we are probably able to easily gain hidden access, making it more difficult. I think she's emphasizing making it more difficult for them to get to us. Okay. Gives them more of a hassle, slows them down.
So here's where I am going to ask you to make a roll.
Okay.
I would like to know if you have any lore-based abilities.
Not sure. Let me look and see.
Any lore-based abilities will help you ease it. Although I do believe you have lived in Jonda your whole life, and that will also ease this task for you as well.
Okay. Yeah, if I can use that. No, I don't have anything with lore, it doesn't look like. Yeah.
So this is a level 4 task. It'll be eased by 1 because you've lived here your whole life, so you've probably heard stories. So that will mean that it will drop it to a level 3, and that you will have to hit a target number of 9 or better in order to have this little tidbit.
Okay.
So
9 or better.
Yep. On an intellect roll. So if you have like edge or anything like that, or not edge.
13.
13, nicely done. Okay. You do recall a warning that you were given about the falls. And that is about the song that can be heard even above the roar of the water. Anyone who hears this alluring sound will immediately be drawn towards it, unless they possess a mental fortitude that is superhuman, shall we say. I'm not looking at you, Komu. Not looking at you, Komu. Anyway.
Okay. So here's the thing about the falls. There's some blasted something in there that unless you have the mind of stone, you'll be unable to resist.
Hear that, Dwayne? You'll be able to resist.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was fiddling with my mic for a second because I'm coming in soft. Hopefully that helps.
Much better.
You must eat it. Anyway. But you have given everyone this morning, except for Ari, who's unconscious below decks. Yeah! So, what about Ozzy and Komu?
Well, I mean, Dwayne is impervious. And Ozzy, she's smart. She's smart. She goes, well, why don't we just, stuff some old rags into our ears?
Is there no other way around? Is that where we have to go through?
Would I know if there was another way around, or is this something that we're always going to come up against?
This is specific to the falls. It is limited to the area of the falls, so you know that yes, you will have to deal with it regardless, but it's only for about the 350 yards that is the area of the falls on either side, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, so there's kind of no way around it, but it's just like the closer that you encroach on the falls, it's the most effective AoE.
Well, if we have no choice, then ever the quest. Kumu's going to take some of the wraps that he usually keeps around his fists and his forearm, and he's going to prepare to wrap his eyes as like a concentration. It's like a meditative, yeah.
Do you hear with your face?
Yes, we all hear from our eyes.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
No, it's more of like a Zen thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. You also know, Sophie, that the Jonda River actually flows through this area of the island as well. There are two outlets for the Jonda River. One is through Jonda town proper, where it goes on one side, and the other is through this area, this sort of wilderness area, slightly beyond the falls. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you guys want to? And she points to either two of the directions. You want to do the rainforesty route or this one? Less rainforesty, but same deal.
You do know that Jonda Town is where the hubbub is, where people are still being passed through there. The base, and also Kunda's Blessed Tinctures is sort of, it's not near the falls, but it is in that forested area.
Okay. Well, forested area it is. No one answered. It's closer anyway. Let's go.
Okay.
And Sophie just starts walking.
Are you leaving Nidler to watch over Ari, or are you actively going to take Ari with you?
I'll go grab Ari.
Yeah, Nidler will come with you if Ari is being brought.
I'll go down and be like, hold on one second. It'll probably be easier just to bring her.
I think maybe we each take a side of Ari.
I got it. Sophie goes downstairs and just flops Ari over their shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Like it's just absolutely nothing, and walks out.
Nidler is like horrified. My niece.
She'll be all right. Let's go.
All right. And
bigger things to worry about, Nidler.
Yes.
And Sophie starts stomping up the steps.
Got it. But yeah, so Sophie starts stomping up the steps. So you take Ari, Nidler is following you and going following you into the forested area. I am going to ask you to roll to see how well you do in navigating this rainforesty area. But just give me a moment. I think there is still an issue with my mic, and I want to see if I can fix it.
We could take like a short break. Would that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if we need to take a break. I don't know how quickly we can do that.
You just need to project more.
From the diaphragm, right.
Yes, as I always say.
Yes. I will fiddle with that. Project from the diaphragm it is. Yeah, we'll do that. But okay. I will try to speak louder, which is fine. I do tend to mumble, especially when I'm like super focused. So our crew is going into this forested area. What is our marching order? Who is in the lead? Who is bringing up the rear? Ari, you're unconscious. Sorry, Lloyd.
Well,
You'll be unconscious soon.
Technically, Ari is in front with me
Okay.
because Sophie is heading up the
Okay.
room.
All right.
I'll be sandwiched in the middle with my tiny little legs just scurrying as much as I can. Oh, you guys walk so fast.
And then Komu, you'll bring up the rear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Rear guard.
Great. Because you're in the lead, Sophie, I'm going to say that you are sort of guiding this group forward. So I am going to ask you to make an intellect roll, and you are welcome to apply any skills you have related to navigation or to, like, if you have any kind of wilderness skills, those will also ease this task for you.
I have a navigation skill called Find the Way. So I'll have to apply an effort, which I can do. Because I don't know the way, I'm lost, or I'm attempting to blaze a new route, or something similar, I can apply a free level of effort actually at that.
Yay.
While doing that.
So I believe effort allows you to ease. And let me just double check my notes to make sure that that's the case. Oh, geez. Here we are. It's my notes. Sometimes you have to double check with the book so that you don't say the wrong thing. So yes, it does ease your task by 1 step. So you are spending 1 effort to ease, and then another, that skill gives you a free effort to spend as well. Is that what we're saying?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
when I apply effort to a navigation task, I can apply a free level of effort.
Okay, good, because this was a level 5 task, which would have made the target number 15. If it eases it we'll ease it down to 1, which makes it a level 4, it would have been a 12. And then if it eases it by 1 more because of the free effort, now your target number is a 9, because it'll be a level 3 difficulty task.
Nice.
So.
Clutch, right?
12. Whew.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
Would have been really interesting if you tried to hit a 15.
Real interesting. It would have been really interesting if it would have stayed on that
Darkwater. We hope you enjoyed our adventure.
Our insane adventure. Anyway, so you are able to navigate your way through this forest, through the wilderness. It is very much, aside from the roar of the falls, it is very vibrant. It is filled with life. You remember the way to Kunda's Blessed Tinctures. It's been a very long time since you've been out here, since you and your family tend to tend to your own wounds. There's a lot of first aid available because of the nature of your family. And you rarely have been so seriously ill that you need to come all the way out here for this particular healer's services. But you do remember the path, and as you look down, you start trying to hunt where the vegetation has sort of been. When there's a well-trodden path, the vegetation will show it in the way that it grows, and that is what you are able to find. And so you start finding this sort of path through the forest. And you begin to walk through it. And as it's not a short path. It is, it is a warm and uncomfortable trip through this little rainforesty area. And about halfway through, you hear something. It sounds like you're not close enough to the falls to hear the song that you had been told of, but you are hearing something. It sounds like screaming.
Y'all hear that?
Hear what?
Screaming. Ozzy, darling, keep up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
It does sound humanoid.
Not our problem.
Ozzy.
That's our problem. And she points to Ari.
Fair, but we don't know what's out here. I mean, I guess, yeah, this is kind of our problem. And like Sophie like nudges Ari's body on their shoulder. I guess this is kind of our problem.
We stay close.
Keep our head on a swivel.
I
Do you have anything on you?
Shoulders, thanks.
I mean, just keep a lookout, Ozzy.
Okay.
If you have any weapons on you, it'd probably be smart to have them easily accessible.
She pulls out a pair of pistols.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, those will come in handy.
And I got these, and she pulls out just like these weird little like bulbous devices. Aren't really sure what they are. She shoves them back in her little tool belt.
Is anyone else thinking of the Danny DeVito meme? And then
I was just about to make that joke. I was about to say, and Ozzy goes, anyway, I start blasting.
Yes.
Start blasting.
And so
someone's in danger. Blam, bam, bam, bam.
Eat my acidic snails, you. But yeah, as you continue to walk, the yelling gets louder. It sounds like you are getting closer to what the source of this, screaming and distress is.
Does it sound like it's coming from the apothecary?
It does not sound like it's coming from the apothecary, but it is in that general direction. Like, you're not 100% sure if this is happening at Kunda's Blessed Tinctures, or if this is something like that's maybe happening in the same general direction.
Around it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but
I'm gonna
the
keep
words
walking.
that the person is yelling do become clearer as you get closer, and you hear a very high-pitched voice saying, "Let me go! Let me go!"
Yeah, that's gonna do it for Como.
I knew it. I knew
Yep.
it. Sophie's just gonna look back and be like,
I will activate your trap card, GM.
Pot of Greed, sorry. Couldn't help myself. Making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yeah, Komu's gonna just start moving forward, and he's gonna turn to Sophie and say, I will scout ahead, see what the trouble is.
all right. Make sure you meet us back at the place.
Yes, the place.
Yeah.
Do you know where the place is? She's asking Komu.
I forget the name, but it was the tinctures, Zunda's tinctures?
Kunda's Blessed Tinctures.
Kunda's Blessed Tinctures, yes.
Yes.
Sophie points down to the grass, like where they've been walking, and emphasizes the trail, the foot trail of people that have been follow this trail. It'll take you straight there.
Understood.
And like Sophie will stomp really hard in the ground to make like an actual footprint that you can follow.
That's awesome. I love that. That's really cool.
So it's a footprint in the general direction. I love that.
I like that.
And I'll make sure I stomp hard like that every couple of feet.
Like a deep imprint. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, fantastic. So Komu, you are going to go scout ahead, correct? All right.
As he walks off, Ozzy just kind of shakes his head and goes, well, now we're going to need another crew member.
I have faith in that one.
Dibs on his share.
Oh my God. Well, you guys have a rematch to get to at some point, so. But anyway. So, Komu, you walk through the forest and follow the sound of this yelling. And the scene that you come across is a flower, a giant flower whose petals are wide open, but they seem to be kind of odd. Rather than the soft, ridged petals of a normal flower, this seems to be lined with rows and rows of sharp teeth, with undulating vines sort of moving around it. And caught in those vines, held precariously over this maw, is what looks to be a young woman, probably a little, we'll use Ari as a reference point again, probably a little younger than Ari.
Yeah.
Trying to beat the vine that has gotten hold of her, and that is where that let me go is coming from. We will see what you do in that in this moment as we zoom away from you and we return to Ari. What have we done with Ari's unconscious body, by the way? Is Sophie still carrying Ari? Okay, great. Ari, you are still in this sort of place with this brilliant marbled white temple. The breeze sort of guiding you. You've just had this ET moment with this plant. In this recognition that the plant, you can ask the plants for something and it will give it to you. So what is your mindset here?
Well, currently, I should be on a bad quest to save the world, and I'm currently stuck here. So I'm
Right.
going to very kindly ask, please tell me how I can get out of here and head home.
As if an answer, you start hearing the conversation that your friends are having about the yelling. You can hear Komu saying, "I'll go investigate it." It's almost as if you are able to hear through the plants themselves. Because now you can, as you focus on Komu, you can hear him moving through the underbrush and coming upon the same scene that we left Komu at earlier. And you can hear someone screaming, "Let me go, let me go." And they sound around your age, if not a little younger.
All right. I do not know how this works, but I'm going to try and reach out and grab that scene.
Grab the, you're going
Not
to
the
try
plant, but
okay.
like the scene itself, like sort of like just touch the scene. See if that maybe I can like out of body experience myself back into where I am.
Okay. You don't quite, you're still physically like bound to this place. You can feel yourself not quite able to leave, but you are able to get a clearer idea of what's going on. You go from being able to hear to, well, yeah, plants don't necessarily have eyes, but they do have hearing and smell. So now you are smelling the rainforest and you can smell the the delightful scent. I imagine that a beast bush, which is what this is, smells a little like a corpse flower, which is stanky. So if you've ever dealt with a corpse flower, they are lovely but also smelly. Ooh. But yeah, so that is the smell that you were hit with, as well as the normal smells of the rainforest.
Got the smoke on the inside.
Mm.
All right. Okay, plants, listen here. I don't know what's going on. You need to tell me what's going on. I'm going to ask you very nicely, can I go there with my friends? And if not, can you tell me what the living daylights this is?
There's only one way for you to go back. You hear the sound of your own voice behind you.
I dramatically turn around.
Dramatically turn around, and you see yourself. And that is where we were going to leave you, because we have to leave you on a cliffhanger.
That's
fine. And we're going to return to you, Komu, with this scene. This teenage girl stuck with about to be eaten by this beast bush.
Yeah.
My question to you is, are you as Komu aware of what a beast bush is, or is this your first time encountering one?
Komu's not very worldly, so he won't have known about this.
Great. So essentially what you see is basically this plant is trying to eat this person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's enough.
All right. What is Komu going to do in this situation?
Is this plant rooted into the ground at some point, or is this like a free walking kind of plant?
This plant is rooted to the spot. It is a
Okay.
red flowered bush that is about 6 feet to 10 feet in diameter. This is a nice,
Hmm.
healthy 8 feet, which means it's probably eaten pretty well. Probably not people, though. This is probably its first person.
Hmm.
Um, Due
Okay.
to, and you can see that like a lot of its success in being a predator comes from the fact that it blends so neatly into this rainforest world. Um, if you didn't know better and it wasn't actively trying to eat this person, you might have thought that it was just another bush in the wilderness.
At this point, I reveal a character secret.
Gasp!
Um, I unravel I usually keep my fists and my forearms wrapped up like a lot, like more than you
Okay.
would think. And the reason isn't because his hands are weak. It's that when he's doing that, he's pulling his punches so he doesn't harm somebody beyond his control. This is him literally taking the mitts off.
Oh
Um,
boy.
and we see his fists they're not scaly, but they look like fists that have been punching stone walls for like a decade. His forearms they're not muscularly veiny, but you can
Uh-huh.
tell that they've been trained. Like this is a man that's probably spent years of his life doing handstands. It's like
Oh
that kind of
boy.
toning. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Komu free later? I
Right,
just
right. Everyone just sort of went, hmm,
Yeah.
did it
are
get
you
warm in
free
here?
So
Is it the lights?
are you free on this Thursday when I'm free, Komu?
I'm going to shout out towards the young lady. Um, when I give you the signal, take the biggest breath you can and fill your lungs as far as you can. And then I'm going to run towards the base of the plant.
Okay. So you shout this towards the girl. Do you do anything to alert Ozzy or Sophie
Uh,
about this danger at all, or are you just charging in head
I'm
first?
going in. Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
head first.
Okay, cool. So we'll come back to you, Sophie and Ozzy. Give me a moment to resolve this with Komu. And the girl looks at you, kind of shocked that there is another person here, but relieved that help has arrived. And she nods to you wordlessly, and is waiting for the signal to hold her breath. So, do you give the signal or are
Yeah.
you okay? So you've given the signal,
I
right?
want to see it does the bush react to me charging it at all?
Uh,
Or
the bush is
mm,
going as you charge towards it. Um, this is a great place to move into combat. So we're in combat right now.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Yes, please.
yes, so you are actively engaging the bush in combat. Combat works a little bit differently in Cypher. We don't necessarily roll initiative, but you will be rolling attack rolls and defense rolls because I, as the GM, roll nothing, except maybe set a timer. But that's just to keep you on your toes. You're fine. Anyway, so I won't be doing that now. But if there's like guards coming or something, timer.
I was
Anyway,
like,
so
that was so ominous and nefarious. And you said it so sweetly.
why does that sound vaguely ominous though? Hmm. Uh, anyway, so you charge towards the plant, and I
Yeah.
think that um, it is a plant. It operates on vibrations, and as I just
Mm,
did with Ari, they have hearing and scent.
mm-hmm.
So it's going to hear you stomping towards it, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to give it a little bit of time to react.
Yeah, for sure.
For the purposes of this, I would like you to roll a defense roll since I think
Yeah.
it is going to try to protect itself first. And its
Okay.
vines are up. It doesn't have to like pull them out of the ground. It's already prepared because it's in the process of trying to consume. And I think its initial thing is like, ooh, more food. And it's going to try to boa constrictor you, basically, like
Okay.
wrap its vines around you to try to also consume you as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and then
Um, cool.
this difficulty is going to be a 4, so you will need to roll a 12 or
Okay.
better, unless you have something that can ease that, or you wish to apply effort to ease that.
Okay. I'm trained in might and speed defense. So
Okay.
I believe that eases it by 1.
Yes. So that
And
will
then,
that
yeah.
would
And
ease it to a level 3 so far.
okay. And I have 3 edge in my might. So that's a free ease, right? Because it costs 3 to ease.
So it costs 3 points to ease. Your edge is like
Yeah.
your discount card.
Yeah.
So if you want to spend your edge, I'll allow it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm the GM.
Yeah.
So we'll ease it
Yeah.
down to a level 2. So you only
Okay.
have to hit a 6 or better
Yeah, that
to
sounds
avoid
good.
getting constricted by these vines.
That sounds good.
Thank you, benevolent TM. You're so kind.
For now.
That is a 19 on the dice.
Let's go!
Oh, you get a minor effect. I love this. Okay. So, you are, that makes me very happy. So basically, you are able, tell me how, I'm going to leave this in your ballpark because I don't want to take this
Cool.
from you. Describe to me how you avoid getting constricted by these vines, and then we'll talk about your minor effect, because your minor effect means something cool happens. Normally, if you were attacking and not defending, you would also be able to have to do extra damage as one of your
Right.
options.
Right.
But you are defending this time, so I'm not gonna put that on the table necessarily. But this is so you're aware for the next time you roll a 19. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So describe to me how you avoid getting constricted by these vines.
Throughout this process, Komu has been, he's wearing like some of his garb material around his head, somewhat obscuring his eyes, but it's more of a concentration thing.
Okay.
And he's just tapping into that. He's listening to his heartbeat. He's listening to his respiration. He's tuning way inward into his own body.
Okay.
And that gives him like almost like a slow motion awareness of his environment. So as the vines are creeping in and going after him, he is kind of like in a dance. He's moving in such a way where it doesn't look like someone his age and his size should be able to move that quickly and that gracefully. But he does it. He steps just moments before a vine strikes, and then he sidesteps again. He weaves in and out as if he could see the strikes coming.
Before they struck. Um, Now for your minor effect, because this is a defense roll, normally you'd have a +3 damage. This is a defense roll though, so this is something particularly graceful happens here. And I think you've done a great job describing how you avoid it. I think that as your minor effect, it would be cool to set up how you are going to strike it, because you are getting ready to strike it. We're not necessarily attacking yet, but we will set you up. I will let you describe how you basically set up to, attack it.
So there's one of the vines coming. It's one of the heavier, longer, thicker, stronger ones. It lands with a thud, and that's exactly where I wanted it to land. Because now it's given me a bridge. I begin running atop it. Now you're not coming after me. Now you're locked in with me.
The problem is that you're in the room with me. Fantastic. So I'm going to cut us away from there because, again, I love these little cliffhangers. What will happen next? And we're going to move over to Ozzy and Sophie. How far away have you guys gotten from when you split off with Komu?
Sophie was walking with intention, so however closer to the apothecary that they were able to get is about as far as where they got.
I'm gonna say that like you are moving at a walk. You have someone heavy on you, so that does, even if you are strong, it does slow you down because it's dead weight. Thanks, Ari, being unconscious.
But that's good for me. I can't keep up with her, my little legs.
Your little legs.
Why you gotta walk so fast?
But that's the thing, Ozzy. That's what that's how you notice the little cat that has walked up to you, and it meows at you. It's like,
what a delightful snack. Come here, sweetheart. And I reach for it.
It like immediately does the thing that cats do, like, you know how like, oh, look at me, I'm so cute, never mind, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Oh yes, I know that so well.
Yes. And I am sorry because your cat was on screen. I'm now stuck with seeing it in my mind as an orange cat. So,
Yes,
a little orange tabby
Wayne,
looking
you're a
creature.
star. Hear that?
So, and it backs away from you, and it meows again, like the meow that it sounds like the kind of meow that you get when a cat wants food or your attention. So it's like,
give me a kitty, and she'll squat down, kind of reach out, see if it'll come to her. Give
it like it takes a couple steps towards you and then takes a couple steps back and then meows in a direction. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna follow it. I might or may not be signaling to Sophie though that I'm following it.
Sophie's gonna keep walking and it's gonna be like, and then there was
Ozzy.
one.
Never split up the party. We immediately split up the party.
Immediately everyone goes in 7 different directions. Best crew ever.
Easily distracted.
So you follow this cute little orange cat, and this orange cat, like once it realizes you're following it, quickly like is taking you back in the direction of where Komu is.
Okay. She'll just yell. Oh, she's gone a bit of a distance. She just yells over her shoulder, "Sophie, I'm following the cat."
What cat?
And I'm already like a good 30, 40 feet back.
Oh my god.
The way we came.
Sophie just looks at Ari on their shoulder and is like, well, somebody's got to fucking wake you up, and I don't feel like hearing Critten's mouth, so... and continues to walk towards the apothecary.
See, I was half expecting you to have like Ari on one shoulder and then just like Ozzy under the other arm. Nope.
Yeah.
Like little children.
The baby Bjorn.
Yes.
Okay. Sophie, as you continue forward, Ozzy is going back towards the battle scene. You end up feeling like you are being watched.
Hello?
As you say hello, your battle-trained body takes enough of a step back to avoid the edge of the spear as you are held at point by a person who appears to be Cree. Based on their garb and their physical appearance. And this spear is not the kind of weapon that someone who is of a military force would have. It is very much, this is my self-defense. This is how I protect my home. This is how I protect my property. That is the kind of weapon that it is. And this person also doesn't seem like they're dressed for battle. They're dressed for utility. And they said, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" And that is where, unless you would like to respond here, I don't want to cut your response off, but we will, after your response, we will move on. Because we have one more person to hit.
So. Sophie doesn't say anything. I think they're just holding Ari and like look down at the spear and back up to whoever's holding it. Like, are you kidding me?
Sophie's not so good, very bad day. No good, very bad day. So we're going to cut from you there and go back to you, Ari. You have heard all of this and via the trees. And you can feel the thundering of Komu's footsteps as he goes to attack the bush. And interestingly enough, you can feel the bush's confusion at this thing not acting like prey.
Is the me still in front of me?
Yes. It's basically like sensory overload for you.
I'm having a pretty long day. What is going on? You're clearly not me. At least, I mean, actually, do they look exactly like me, or are they like
exactly
an older,
like
younger?
Like you were
Okay,
looking in a
you're
mirror.
clearly not me. What is happening? I need to get out of here. Are you holding me here? Am I a hostage?
No, I am you. Um, I am you. I am another part of yourself.
Which part of me are you? Because you're definitely not the part that wants to leave.
This part, and she waves her hand, like in a little bit of a spiral motion, and the plants around her sort of rise up and kind of bind into a chain, wrap around her arm, and then burst into flower.
At this point, I think Ari will kind of put two and two together and go, is that ecomancy?
Yes,
Wait, are you saying that if I'm you, then you're me, therefore we can.
you haven't accepted me yet.
Oh, I absolutely do. 100%. I'm all in. Yo, me and you, we're tied for life. Tied for life. Tied for life. Absolutely 100%. Ride or die. I need to get out of here right now.
Okay. That is hilarious. Ari's like, I gotta get out, and this is what I need to do, whatever it takes.
What it takes. That'll do. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Ride or die. Let's go. Right. Easy. Accepted. Wonderful. There's a recording thing. Is it like a whole hugging thing? Do you have to like pray? What do you want from me?
The other version of you looks like overwhelmed and says,
It's your turn.
and says, acceptance is great, but you have to embrace all of it, all of this, or you won't wake up. Your body is trying to balance right now the magical energy that you've awoken. Particularly powerful ecomancers can deal with this kind of illness when their powers awaken. But even that won't guarantee a full recovery. It'll just mean you're awake.
So what will guarantee a full recovery?
I don't know.
You are as helpful as my sister.
I only know what you know. I'm a part of you, remember?
I will stop and then they'll go, all right, okay, let's go about this logically. And then Ari will like cross her legs and sit down in lotus position.
Okay. The figure, like that other part of yourself, mirrors you and sits down in a cross-legged position across from you.
Ari's like, okay, weird, but all right. Then Ari will close their eyes. And let me know if I go too far with this. Just a heads up. I am Ari. I am a princess of Octopon. But I am also Ari, daughter of a powerful ecomancer. How do I put those two things together? Start from the top. Earth, plants, trees, but temple? Temple, worship, temple. And then as she's speaking, her mind is like drawing things and drawing like lines, like she does on like a blackboard. Whenever she's like putting things up, she's like plotting it. But it's like cool, cute little cartoony era. We hired like an extra artist in for the specific one. It's fine. Like cute little cartoony things era going back.
Guest artist, yeah.
Guest artist coming in. Temple, embrace temple. Temples are used. Place of worship, shrine. And then she'll open her eyes and she'll stand up and she'll go, I think I got it. I need what's called ceremony, place of things all perfect. And then she'll like run towards herself. You're gone.
No, I was gonna say, like, you're running towards yourself. Finish your thought.
She'll run towards herself and she'll run through herself, like herself isn't there.
Because she's try to run through yourself. Okay.
Yeah, because she's like logically trying to work out the procedure she needs to do to get to the ectomancy part. And she reckons by doing the shrine bit and doing the ritual bit, she can like focus her mind. But she's also pushing away anything that's not that. So any distractions and things like that. So she's like, she's not rejecting her other self. She's trying to put it all in a nice little box so she can step by step by step do it.
Okay. So here's what I would like you to do.
All right.
In this, because there's going to be a roll. I would like you to roll for me. This is going to be intellect, an intellect roll. And the difficulty on this is going to be high.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
You're looking at a level 6.
Let's go.
So it's going to be an 18 to start. Because you are essentially trying to take all of your ecomancy abilities and put them into this cute little box that's like, reminds me of the old 90s caboodles. And we'll see if that works. So if anyone's familiar with caboodles, thanks, you're old like me. Yay. But yeah. So that's what I would like you to roll. Do you have anything available to you that might help you ease that?
All right, so let's start from the top.
What?
You're not old, you're seasoned.
Right, I'm seasoned.
All right, let's start from the top. Ari is always curious.
Okay.
So she keeps things in a nice little board to make sure things are focused up, to make sure things are going through. That gives her a free level of effort.
Okay.
So that's 1.
So we're going to ease it by 1. You are down to a 15 target.
Down to a 15. Okay. Next up, Ari is a law expert. So she has studied a whole bunch of stuff about ecomancy and things. In the days where she thought, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And then was like, nope, it's not working. Never mind, I suck.
I will say that law doesn't necessarily pertain to magical law unless it is kind of... The best comparison I can think of is the Wiccan Creed, where it's do what you will, harm you none. If it's something like that, then I will allow it to apply. If it is something like legalities and politics and such like that, I cannot allow it to apply. So
well, I meant LORE, but also I have
lore. Sorry, I heard law. LAW. My bad.
It's all good. I should be clear. Would that count?
Lore is different. I think that lore will give you I will allow it to give you a level of ease because you have read a lot of stories. You are very familiar with the ecomancy as a concept and as a magic. So yes, so it'll ease it down to a 12.
All right. I have the skill identifying or understanding the supernatural.
Okay.
That I have it trained. What does that do?
That will ease it by 1 more. So your target number is a 9.
Okay.
It is now
I have
3.
2 levels of effort. That means I can spend, 6 points of intellect or something in order to ease it more?
You do, but that will cost you your intellect and you may need it for later because it's also your HP. So keep that in mind.
I am trying to compartmentalize an entire magical system into a small box in my brain. Yes. I feel I might need it. But now that you've said it like that, how much lower can I go this? Nothing else here applies, I don't think. I will try and spend at least some points to lower it down. So can I spend
1 more?
Yes. I have 2 levels of effort, but I have 1 point of edge in intellect. So is it 2 for the first spend?
So if you're applying additional levels of effort, it's 3 points per level of effort that you are applying.
What does an edge do?
An edge is a discount card. So let's say like if you have a skill that costs you 2 XP, and you have an edge of 2, it will allow you to use your edge instead of spending your XP. So it's a way to protect. XP is the wrong terminology. It's your pool that it pulls from. So it will protect the points that are in your pool, if that makes sense.
Yes, and I'm not using the skill, so it doesn't help in this case.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I'll use 1 level of effort and spend 3 points to drop it down by 1 more. What am I on right now?
How many have we dropped so far? We've dropped from an 18 to a 50, so 3. 3 is the maximum you can drop it. Sorry. I was like, I think you've dropped it. You can't drop it 1 more because we've hit the max. So But yeah, because I believe 3 levels of effort is what you can apply. So your target number is still pretty good. You went from an 18 to a 9.
18 to 9 is not bad.
Yeah.
Everyone, watch me roll a natural one. Watch for this.
Don't curse yourself that way.
Let's go, baby. Sometimes you gotta believe in the pot of dice.
Heart of the dice.
Heart of the die, baby. Roll dice. I rolled exactly a 9. Do I need to beat the 9?
No, meets it beats it. You're good.
All right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yay. So you run into yourself and you have a fun, you know that scene in Dumbo where he gets drunk?
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of experience you have in this moment. You see a whole bunch of crap happening around you that you can barely make sense out of. And almost as if you are falling through space and time in a very rapid way, you wake up to the scent of your friend. The first thing you smell is Sophie, and the second and the second thing you realize is that you are on Sophie's back. So, Sophie, I don't know if you want to describe the way you smell right now. I'm not implying that you're stinky. I'm just saying that you have this distinct.
I prefer if you didn't, actually.
Yeah. Like, if it's like the smell of
If you
cinnamon or
want me
ginger or
to, I
something.
can.
Didn't say I did.
Oh, God.
No, Sophie's not musty.
Okay. But yeah, so that is what you are now conscious.
Ooh.
Chongo what? Oh,
Sophie, please put me down.
You're up. Okay. And Sophie just drops you.
You are still at spear edge, by the way. This person with the spear still has it pointed at both of you. So, Ari, you chose the perfect time, like most days, to come back to consciousness.
Sophie will step in front of Ari, though.
The figure is waiting for an answer from you. Who are you?
No.
What are you doing here?
I
do not recognize you, Ari.
Wait, do you know who I am?
The face.
I was just trying to get to. It's condos?
Kundas.
Kundas. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to Kundas.
With a masterful artistry, they shift the spear from up and by their side and says, I am Nuna, the owner of that shop. And I need to know what you're doing here because my sister is gone.
Oh, if you're gone.
I was gonna say, Sophie points to Ari and was like, I was gonna ask you to wake them up, but they did it themselves.
Hi.
Nuna looks at you and takes a long, hard look at you. I forgot, like, Niddler is tagging along. I just can only do so much with my little brain. So Niddler's been there the whole time.
Darling.
They're just kind of scared. But yeah, so Nuna looks at you, Ari, long, hard look at you and says, she is awake, but she is not well.
Oh, I'm fine.
Can you help?
Maybe.
Wait, what happened to Kunda?
Kunda
is it they're gone?
Kunda is the name of the god. It is.
Oh. I believe in that stuff.
Hey! I say from the ground.
Have you gotten up yet, or are you just laying there like?
I'm just still laying there. I'm really tired, okay? It's been a long day.
Got it.
No offense. No offense.
Offense taken!
Soften up.
Could you help me up, please?
Yeah. And Sophie like grabs you by your hand and yanks you up a little too hard. You kind of like stumble.
Noijetat.
I don't
on your feet, sailor.
Sorry, I'm having a bit of a long day. Sophie, hi, nice to see you. Lady, sorry, what was your name?
I am Nuna.
Could you tell me the name of your sister?
My little sister's name is something that I called her that's in my notes. My little sister's name is Mia.
Do you know what happened to her? We're happy to help. Oh, Sophie, I heard it all. Don't worry about it. Oh, also, Como's having a big fight. Do you know where?
Where?
Oh, I think about there somewhere. It's kind of complicated. It was
What?
like trees and temple. Sorry, your sister. What happened to her? Do you know where she is?
She
And
looks at you and said, "Where did you say there was a fight?"
oh, about, and I point in the direction I think it's in.
Nuna looks at you and says, "I'm sorry. I will answer your questions afterwards," and runs in the direction you pointed.
Oh, she's off.
With the spear.
I guess I'm running too.
Wait, like,
come on!
I just woke up from a coma. Give me a minute.
Sophie turns back and grabs Ari's arm and drags her.
Yank. Okay. So
Why do we always end up like this?
That is literally the last shot as you say that and are dragged forward into the camera. And we're going to cut to Ozzy, who has been following this cat. And you come across just in time to see this epic move by Komu to narrowly avoid getting hit and is now about to deal a blow himself. And the cat sits there looking at the scene and goes,
You're right, this is really entertaining. I didn't bring any snacks.
Niddler
Guess
probably ate most of the snacks, not gonna lie.
I probably did. Well, guess we should get this over with. Well, march my way up there. And I do have a dirt pistol, so I suppose I could help try to shoot this vine or something.
The first thing that we're going to do is have you roll a defense roll because you have walked into its range.
And
It's going to go, you might be crunchy and good with ketchup. So...
Ozzy be snack? Never.
Yes. So it's going to try to attack you. I believe
with ketchup, terrible taste.
I'm a mustard girl. How dare you?
Have you ever had banana ketchup, though? Banana ketchup. So, you got to try it. It exists. It's a thing. But anyway, moving on. It is going to try to grab you. I believe, Komu, we set this at a difficulty of target number 12 initially. Was that correct?
Believe so. I don't remember.
Just want to make sure it's equal across the board so that we're, not too easy, not harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So that is your target number is a 12. If you have anything to ease, feel free to use that.
I could use my dexterity power shift.
Okay. You're going to use your little tool belt?
Yep.
Click. Okay.
My little dial thing, my little dial watch thing to adjust my shifts.
I'm sorry, I can't move past banana ketchup. I've been stuck there.
Yeah, that sounds vile.
The cast has taken psychic damage.
The whole time. And I love banana.
Sometimes you have to a struggle meal. A struggle meal is a struggle meal, okay? Banana ketchup, all right? It's no time to worry about it. We've got people to rescue now. Come on.
I will tell you about banana ketchup. It's a Filipino type of
Got
ketchup.
it. Okay.
It's actually quite tasty. It's used in several kinds of recipes. There was a whole thing where it was it had something to do with American occupation in the Philippines and shortage of this commodity. Therefore, a food scientist created banana ketchup. And that's the Cliff's Notes version. There is a lot more to it, but we are in the middle of a game.
Okay.
And I want us to...
Now we can recover. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my ADHD was not letting it wasn't letting it go. I tried to bring it back and it was not happening. Okay.
Also, Sam, also ADHD, and thank you for being the one to ask that question.
Okay, you're welcome. I'll be the one to take that.
Who made the mistake of bringing up banana ketchup. Because we started talking about ketchup. Anyway, the entire game's been derailed by banana ketchup, everyone. I apologize.
That's the title of the episode.
There's an episode. Yep.
Episode 2, banana ketchup.
Oh, I'm crying. Okay. You're trying to defend yourself from a creeping vine of death. Yes. Difficulty level 12, you're applying your dex.
Speed defense. So then I can lower... speed defense or ease by 1 step per shift level.
Your new target number is a 9. It has been dropped from a level 4 to a level 3.
Alrighty. Let's roll a d20 and see what happens. I got an 11.
Fantastic. So that is definitely more than a 9. You are small, and that small works for you. So tell me how that small works for you.
She just kind of like, it's like, oh, this can't be good. And then because I like to work with the, conveniently out of the way, she kind of bends down to pet the cat. Says, "Give me 1 second, I'll be right back." And like she bends down like just as this thing swings over her head.
So that's the cat's response. Can you tell I have cats? I have them. Anyway, so
the cat also does that thing where they like bend under because they don't want to be petted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do that. They're like, ugh.
They're just like, no, thank you. Oh, no touchy.
No.
But yes, so you avoid the plant hitting you, and we're going to set you up to attack as well. So, but first, I would like to go to Komu, who we left mid-attack. So we're going to let Komu strike first since he was actively attacking, and then we'll come back to you, Ozzy. And then we'll come back to Sophie and Ari, who are hoofing it with their new friend Nuna towards the situation. So, Komu?
Okay. I have a skill, Control the Field. It costs 1 might.
Okay.
This melee attack inflicts 1 less point of damage than normal, but regardless of whether or not I hit, I maneuver the target into a position that I desire within immediate range. Can this apply? I'm basically wanting to have the plant lower the girl or like release the girl.
So you're trying to force the plant to drop the girl.
Right.
Okay. I will allow it to apply. I think getting the plant to let go of its current meal is a fairly high difficulty. Not super high. It's not an 18 that you have to hit.
Okay.
But I will say the original target number is a 15. So it's a level 5 difficulty task. However, with it, because you're using Control the Field, does that allow you to ease? Or does it say anything about easing in the text?
It doesn't say, so I think I can still ease. This is a melee attack.
Okay, so you're going to do 1 less damage, I believe is the exchange. I will allow it to ease by 1, so your new target number will be a 12. It will go from a level 5 to a level 4.
Okay.
You also because you are such a practiced warrior, you are now aware that Ozzy has entered combat as well, and is now engaging this bush in combat.
Okay. So my target is 12 now. I would like to spend 3 points of might to ease 1 more.
Okay. 3 points to basically to put an effort in. So that's another step. It'll be eased by a second step. So your new target number is a 9.
Let's do that. Okay, that feels
And
better.
that is now a level 3. So
I'm gonna shout to the young girl, "No!" to fill her lungs.
Okay. She holds her breath.
That is a 14.
Yay! No minor effect though, but still.
Yeah,
14
that's cool.
14 beats it, so you're good.
Do not harm the girl. Do not harm the girl.
Describe for me this is hand to hand, right?
Yes.
So this would probably
always.
Does it specify how much damage your hand to hand attacks do?
When I'm not pulling my punches, my hand to hand counts as medium weapons.
So that's a 6.
Yeah, and then -1.
Yeah, so it'll do 5 points of damage to this beast bush instead of the 6, but you will have it drop the girl.
Yeah.
Describe to me how you do that.
Very quickly we see a flash of images in Komu's memory. It's him just pounding his fist against his cell wall, banging his wrist against the chains. One day he will break these chains. It wasn't that day. It wasn't the 10 days after that. It wasn't the year after that. But after years and years of doing this, he's conditioned himself to be able to break stone, break metal, break whatever the hell he wants. And he's going to do exactly that to the vines holding the girl right now.
Okay. You land, is it a jab or a hook? What does this punch look like?
It's going to be a chop. So he's going to raise all of his mass up as high as he can and then dive his like open palm down as if it's a knife and cut right in. It's going to be a full-on chop.
This and this goes through clean. Because you rolled a 14 and the target number was only a 9, this vine, you are able to go through this vine and it immediately releases and the girl falls to the ground. She, like, as she hits the ground, like, you know how when you hit the ground, even though she was holding her breath, there's a gasp that's released because of the, I hit the ground, gravity's a thing.
Right.
And she sort of like scrambles to her feet and does her best to get out of range of those vines.
Perfect.
And the cat Ozzy that you were listening to runs right over to her. And meows, and she's like, so we're gonna go from there. Back to you, Ozzy. How would you like to engage with this beast bush?
Oh, so it's still standing, huh?
I guess it's still alive. You just, you can still operate with one less arm. I'm just saying.
I'm like, what's the fun way to do this? Unfortunately, it might just be to shoot it with my dirt pistol.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, all right. I've never done this before, so let's see.
I believe your dart pistol, is that a light or a medium weapon?
It is gotta read my things. Light.
Okay, so it'll do 4 points of damage on a hit. Just for your reference and for mine. And then when to shoot, did we say does it say specify which pool you're using?
No, I'll say it says cost moderate, distance short.
Okay, short range. So you're right there. You're fine. And then,
Courtney, you reading over the top of those glasses, like reading glasses is so funny.
I can see fine. Then I'll just do like this. Hello, darling. I can see through them, but like reading details is a little tricky.
I'm going to say that for the purposes of this, because Komu has attacked it, caused it pain, it is now distracted. This would have been a target number of 12. It is now dropped to a target number of 9. It is a level 3 task, so you get a free ease on shooting it.
Okay, cool.
Where are you aiming?
Probably whatever the tentacle-y thing is.
Okay, so you're going to aim at another vine?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Is it speed based?
I would say because you're shooting, it's not so much how fast you draw, it's more of targeting and aiming. So I'm going to say intellect.
Oh, okay. I'm even better at that. Do I have a 2 edge in intellect? Does that help?
If you're spending any points in intellect, it will help you. It does not help you ease. If you have effort, you can use that to ease.
I have 1 effort.
Okay, so that'll ease it from a 9, level 3, to a level 2, which is a 6. You have to hit a 6 or better.
Okay. Okay. Let me roll my little dice rolly. I got a 12.
All right. You got a 12. You hit the bush kind of like shudders in pain as it strikes. There's nothing special about your darts. It's not like acid snail, so it's not like doing continuous damage, but it does hurt. And Ari, as you run into the scene, you feel this plant's pain and confusion. Sophie, you are obviously going to get there first, but Ari is the one that's going to feel its emotions. So Sophie, you are going to enter in first into this scene, followed by it's Nuna, then Sophie, then Ari. Nuna immediately darts towards the girl and the cat, screaming, Mia! And puts herself
between
the girl and the plant. Yeah, good job. Sophie and Ari, it's all you. What would you like to do?
Founder.
Nuna looks at you like, where's that Obama gif? Like the
You said you couldn't find her, and then you met me, and then you found her. I helped you find her.
Can I see the plants they're fighting?
Yes, This is a big plant. This is an 8-foot corpse flower smelling
They're still
thing
fighting
with a
the
lot of
plant.
wiggly vines. Yeah.
They're still fighting the plant.
The plant's still alive.
Lovely.
They've only taken out vines. Komu cut a vine off to free the girl who we know now is Mia, and Ozzy fired a dart at it. So
I'm heading straight for the plant.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna beat the crap out of the plant. I didn't get a chance to fight earlier. It's been a lot going on.
Ooh, I will
That's
say
a
this
pent-up
because
rage.
I didn't do the math. But yes, Komu, you did 5 points of damage. Ozzy did 4. This plant's not looking great. So
Cool.
It's not going to be alive for too much longer if this continues.
Great. I'll continue.
With that in mind, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to, I think, so one of the vines are still doing vine things.
Yes.
Okay. I want to run and like jump like feet first. Essentially what I want to do is I want to grab one of the vines and stick my foot in between and like crack the vine right off of it. That's what I want to do.
You can certainly try. It is a difficulty of 4, so we're going to start there at a 12 target number. Do you have anything that will allow you to ease?
Oh, do I? I have an accuracy power shift that makes all attack rolls automatically ease by 1 step.
Great.
I have.
So that's a 9.
Is this a might or a speed roll?
This is going to be might.
Perfect. I have a resilience. I have a resilience power shift that eases it by another step.
That's 2 eases. We can ease it by 1 more. So you're gone from a 9 to a 6.
And I have a single attack power shift that all attack rolls are eased by 1 step per shift and add an additional 3 points of damage.
So this eases it down to a 1, which means this is nothing for you. Basically, like I think it's like 1 times 3, so you have to hit a 3 or better. This is gonna be nothing for you, and it will do an additional 3 points of damage. Oh snap!
Before you roll,
please, because I rolled something delicious. Please do it.
I scream, no, stop!
$19.
And you get a minor effect. Oh God. Okay, so timing wise, this is for Ari. Here's what I would like you to do, because I feel like this is fair. I want you to roll for this. Sophie is in mid-attack. Sophie is basically like an object in motion. I would like you. This is going to be a difficulty 15. I would like you to roll your target. No, sorry, your level is a 5. The target number is a 15. To be clear, I just say target numbers automatically because it's easier for people to understand.
Before you continue, I feel I should let you.
You're welcome to ease, but yes.
Actually, I could. Okay, I have a problem here because I have a move specifically to stop things like this from happening.
Okay.
Foil danger, but I also don't want to take Sam's agency away.
Right. So what I would like to do here, this roll is not to determine whether or not you stop Sophie, because like I said, Sophie's in motion. It is to determine how quickly you can get that phrase out for Sophie to react to it.
Fair.
That's what I'm trying to, that's what I want you to roll for. Because if you fail the roll, Sophie's attack's going to go off. If you don't fail the roll, Sophie, we will discuss how you do that like adjustment.
So what is the target?
The target number is a 15. Do you have anything that you feel will ease it?
Could I use my identifying and understanding supernatural to understand that this creature is in pain and it feels it and it's confused and doesn't know what to do? It's essentially just trying to survive.
I'll allow it.
Cool, because if you didn't, I
Drop
was
it to
going
a
to
12.
fail. If I rolled a 12.
Exactly a 12, because I don't want to take away Sophie's 19, because Sophie rolled a 19 and that is a minor effect and we are going to honor that. So you succeeded in getting this out while, Sophie, you are in the air about to hit your target. How do you adjust to this? Do you adjust at all? When you hear Ari cry out, "No, stop!"
If there's anybody here that I trust implicitly, wildly enough, it is Ari. I've known her the longest. So when I hear Ari tell me to stop mid-air, I retract my foot and curl into a ball. I'll instead tuck and roll into the side of this plant instead of all force.
Okay, so I will still allow you, because a 19 actually also allows you extra damage. So not only do you have a +3, you get an additional +3 from the 19. That's 6 points of damage. You can choose to take that, or you can choose your minor effect. Which of those options do you want?
I'll take the 6 points.
Okay, that is enough to basically take you out of combat. I'm not going, because you are actively trying not to land a killing blow. I will say that you have stunned the plant. It is not dead. So, and Ari, you see that like lightning shift in Sophie as they tuck and roll, still hit the plant. You can see like you can feel the plant is in pain, but the fight's gone. Like the fight's out of it. It's just scared now. It's scared. It doesn't know what's going on. It would like to go back to being a regular carnivorous plant, if you will. The plant's no good, terrible, very bad day. So
Chipongo, Ari, why'd you make me stop?
Just trust me on I'm like, just trust me on this. And I start like slowly approaching with my hands.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. We're not here to hurt you. You just tried to eat us and it was really upsetting, and we're really sorry. Are you okay?
I'll hurt you if you try to eat my friends again.
Also, don't try to eat me. They will destroy you. Please, God, no.
The majority of the plant's vines, as you do this, kind of go flat, listening to you. However, can't let you have this one for free because this is tough. The plant, like I said, you are talking to this plant. You are out of combat because it is technically defeated in quotes. What I will say is this. I am going to ask you to roll to persuade it to listen to you. I will allow this to ease by 1 because of your ecomancy, because you've embraced your ecomancy abilities. But I will say that if you succeed on the roll, it will come at a cost to you.
Oh, that's 11.
Great. So as long as we've got that out of the way, the difficulty.
Can I use botany to roll though?
Do you have botany as a skill?
Yes, I do, and it's trained.
So we will allow it to ease 1 more step.
Yay, cool. Anything to not roll persuasion.
I remember you suck with people.
You're so real and so valid for that, honestly.
People
are your strengths. I'm not mad at it at all.
So you're going to roll your intellect. The target number here was not high to begin with. It was only going to be a 6. You've eased it by 2, so it's actually nothing for you to convince it.
Oh.
Because it lowers it from the 6 is actually at level 2. This is going to drop it to a 0, which means no effort for you at all. The plant, like I said, the roots go flat. And it seems to reach out to you, Ari, with two of its vines, and touch your hands, very similar to how you touch the grass in that other world.
As I'm reaching out for it, there'll be like a small little buildup of air beneath my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose, not like me trying to do something incredible, just that weird electrical feel between. And within that wind, in the show, whenever whenever an Ectomancer does something, there's like weird lightning that runs through. There'll be like small little cracks of that between us.
Nice.
I was like, go, Dad, just fall asleep. Just go to sleep. Shh, shh, shh.
The plant, you're persuading the plant to go to sleep is successful as its roots slowly begin to unwind, or the vines slowly begin to unwind and relax. And you see this like toothy maw of a blossom sort of close up into a bud-like shape as it goes to sleep. And the threat has been neutralized. So you are all standing in a clearing. Ozzy's holding the guns, Danny DeVito style. Komu is ready, still ready to fight. And Sophie has uncurled from the dive roll ball they were in. And Ari, you are standing there. You are standing there, having just put a plant to sleep. Nuna and Mia are in a corner with the cat.
Did you literally stop me from attacking the plant so that you can give it a nap?
It's complicated. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
Dang. Fine.
Yeah,
Sophie goes over and gives Ari a
Okay. I did say that success would come at a cost, didn't I?
No, you didn't ignore that bit. It's fine.
Did.
Big sis!
No, you didn't. That was a lie.
I remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. It's not on the VOD. It doesn't count.
You know what?
Doesn't count
I
on the
don't
VOD.
think I heard you say it either. I don't think I heard you say it either, Vixie.
No,
I heard.
Everyone who didn't say it, raise your hand.
I remember what I said, and it is unfortunate for you, Lloyd. How good would you say your might is?
What might?
Great, we love that for you. So I'm gonna ask you to roll might.
Ugh.
The difficulty level on this is also going to be a 12.
Great. Is there a particular area it needs to be in that I need to know?
If you have anything that applies to your constitution, now would be the time to use it.
No. Can I choose to faint? Can I choose to fail for an XP point?
You know what? I'll allow it. I will give you 1 XP if you fail. We'll call this a GM intrusion.
Deal.
So, all right. So as you go to hug Sophie, you immediately pass out in Sophie's arms. Just like, it's great to see you up.
Again, Sophie just picks Ari up and flops her back on her shoulder.
Nuna goes, I told you. She was awake, but she wasn't well.
But we found your sister. So, like, can you do the thing that y'all do? I remember you gave me this one that tasted like elderberry flowers when I broke my leg when I was like 11. And it was delicious. Can you give it to them?
Nuna sighs, like, and puts the spear over her back. She says, we will need to bring her back to my apothecary. It's not too far away. Then she turns to Komu. And I believe you guys entered as like Komu and Ozzy were facing off, but had Komu already landed his attack?
No, I think I was mid-attack when Ozzy rolled in and came with the cat.
Okay, so Ozzy came in with the cat first, and then everyone else came in. So you would have attacked already, and she would have seen as Ozzy firing at the plant. So she looks to Ozzy and says, thank you for your help with Mia.
Great. I will accept the cat as payment.
Not so fast. Because Mia immediately grabs the cat and like is holding it in her arms. And she says, don't take Biscuit from me.
Oh no.
It's even named after a snack. Very well, I will accept letting me hold the cat. For just a moment.
Biscuit like does the thing, like, you know, cats when they're not sure about you, they sniff at you. Biscuit like sniffs at you.
Weird yucky fingers.
Yeah.
They probably smell very interesting.
Kind of does one of these. And Mia pets Biscuit and says, maybe back at the shop. And Nuna's like, all right, that's enough standing around. Your friend isn't going to get better on their own. Let's go. And Nuna will take you to Kunda's Blessed Tinctures.
Ozzy. Sophie just like, I was like, has Ari on one arm and is like, you have to, come on.
We could have gotten so much banana ketchup out of that plant, you know.
Which is exactly why you are where you are. And like Sophie like tightens their grip around you under their arm as they're walking with both Ari and Ozzy.
I expect this to happen often.
I think Nuna looks back at you, Komu, to see if you are going to accompany as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Nuna will guide you all to Kunda's Blessed Tinctures, which is a beautifully, you come upon through the rainforest into a beautifully manicured garden. Not the same as the garden that Ari was in, which is also beautifully manicured, but it is, you can tell that this area has been cleared out. The Cree are a very nature focused race. Both of them are Cree individuals. And you can see the careful cultivation that went into this garden. It is beautiful, it is in bloom, and it is very, very fertile. All of these plants have medicinal applications. There is nothing here that doesn't have a use. There is nothing here that is purely for decoration. In and of itself, by its very nature, it just happens to be beautiful, in addition to beneficial to their work. And there is what looks like a cobblestone path leading up to a cute little cottage style building that is Kunda's Blessed Tinctures. You can actually hear the insects buzzing because you finally gotten far away from the waterfalls that you no longer hear the roaring. In addition to that, the direction in which you went was far enough away that the song that you heard, that you were warned about, Sophie, you never heard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
nice.
The interior is comfortable. There's not a whole lot of beds, but they do have more than one, clearly for people who are, in case they have more than one visitor. Granted, they don't expect like the whole town to come, maybe one or two people. Think like school nurse's office kind of vibes. Because most people in Johnstown can administer their own first aid. And if you're coming here, it's because it's bad. It's real bad. So
like last ditch effort before kicking the bucket type deal. Got it.
Basically. And she opens the door and says, you can place her on the bed. And you can see that there's a place for her to hang up her spear, her home defense.
I drop Ozzy right at the front door. And then go plop Ari down on one of the beds. Neither of these drops are graceful, by the way. Like, Ari's is a little bit more graceful, but it's still very much like a...
Yeah. Please, Mia's made some snacks. Help yourselves. And you can see Mia go into like this little, it's not it is a kitchen space, but it's very much like this is a 1-bedroom apartment kind of situation where you have one big room where the kitchen and living room sort of coexist. And then like there is this room with all the beds in it. It's not particularly large, but it is functional and it will do the job of an apothecary. There's a small table set up in this sort of kitchen space that's normally for socializing or dining. And Mia goes to the kitchen space and puts a plate of biscuits
Ozzy,
at the center of the table.
Within reason. Do not eat all of them.
Very well.
Normal people amount.
Still
Save
want to
some
pet
for
the
others.
cat.
You can pet the cat. Okay. If they allow it. If they allow it.
But I saved her.
Mia's very excited when Ozzy tries the biscuits and says, "Oh, you'll have to taste test these for me. I just made these. I was trying to see if I could
taste
work
test.
out."
You asked the right person.
Yes, these are Crea fruit. You know, it has. I know it's used in liquor, but it also has wonderful properties for the digestion. So I was wanted to see if these could be medicinal, digestives even. That was for you, Lloyd. You're welcome.
Are they actually tasty or no?
They are actually very tasty. They taste similar to chocolate.
Did you say I'm up?
No, I said that was for you, Lloyd. The
Oh,
digestives joke.
I appreciate that.
So
I was like, I'm eating biscuits. Let's go.
This is acceptable.
You're unconscious, so you don't get to enjoy the biscuits. But yes,
takes another one. Obviously, she doesn't dislike it if she's taking more. Needs more research.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Don't mind that one. They're interesting. Love them, but they're interesting.
Okay.
Do you happen to have any creamy here?
Oh yes, we keep it in case we run out of solutions to disinfect. Alcohol is a very effective disinfectant.
I'm gonna go do quality control. We don't know what's in there. Somebody could have poisoned it. And okay. Sophie goes to find the creamy.
Mia walks after you like, oh, you should be careful. And
Ozzy. What's that?
Oh, it's that would be just some of our ingredients that you see, like part of like a flower that looks like a head, but it's actually not. It's just like the shape of the plant. The outline. Like it's not even the plant itself. It's not like skull. It's like it just looks like a head.
That's a flower.
Uh-huh. The skull flower. Very good for nerve damage. My sister's been teaching me a lot.
Uh-huh. And Sophie just goes back to searching for the meat. It's like the entire time their eyes are not leaving that skull flower. Like every couple of seconds, their eyes just go right back over in the periphery of it. Clearly, like, I don't trust that. That's terrifying.
We're gonna move from you over to you, Komu.
Yeah.
Komu, what are you doing right now?
I think the biscuits get put onto the table and Komu sits down. He slowly, unhurriedly reaches out to take one, notices his hands and forearms are not covered, retreats, begins wrapping his hands and his forearms slowly, meticulously, and then takes a single biscuit and puts it onto his plate. And he kind of like sinks back into like a habitual, like this is what he used to do in his prison cell. It's very repetitive motion. And I think you get the sense this is him self-soothing. Like this is his ritual of like
coming back down from
Gotcha.
Okay. So I think Mia is off helping Sophie look for this mead. The cat is around you guys, like hanging out under the table and around your feet. They don't necessarily want the Korea biscuits. They're just excited to like people. Nuna is moving through the kitchen as well. She seems to be looking for something. And who between Ozzy and Komu has the keener eye for shiny things?
Come on.
So Ozzy, you watch as Nuna goes and pulls a chest from a shelf. It's an elaborate chest, and flick the sort of locks, and put her thumb on what looks to be another elaborate lock in the center that seems to be magically bound. And you watch what looks like vines sort of unwrap and unwind from the box. She lifts the lid, and what happens next is rather interesting. Ari, are you still wearing your compass? So I saw the yes. I can lip read
Yes.
that. Yay! So from across the room, there is a blue light that shines from the compass and catches in the chest as Nuna lifts up an elaborate looking cup. It looks to be made of white marble that's been cracked, and those cracks have been filled in with gold. Inlaid into the marble are what look like white opals. If you've ever seen a rainbow opal, that's essentially what is around the sort of stem, and smaller ones have been placed around the base. Elaborate carvings have been etched into this marble at the very bottom of the base, like in the base, so that it's a very elaborate, it looks pretty. It's a very pretty, an elaborate goblet. And Nuna sets it down and begins to pour a small amount of water and herbs into it. She doesn't seem to notice this blue light that is shining onto this object. So that is what Ozzy and Komu see.
I'm gonna watch Ozzy.
Very subtly, quietly, getting out of the chair. Stepping over. Go get a closer look. That's interesting.
You can see the liquid that Nuna is working with in this chalice beginning to glow with an otherworldly light as she works.
Now Ozzy's just like quietly just leaning closer and closer to the liquid, like.
And then there's a hand that appears on your shoulder, and it's Komu's, and he's slowly bringing you back.
Can I help you?
I was just looking. It has a nice glow to it. Real nice glow.
Yes, this is for my more serious patients. Anything that I place in here helps to heal. My sister and I have tested it a number of times.
You're gonna make a lot of money off that, you know.
No, we will not. The value of that object is far more than you will ever know.
You're always so serious all the time, Komu.
Why so serious, Komu?
Why so serious, Komu?
But Nuna like looks at gives Ozzy a little bit of a side eye, and like lifts up the chalice and walks into the room with Ari, where Ari you are resting, and she sets down the cup, and I don't know if Ozzy or Komu want to follow or are going to follow. I don't know if you guys are up for that, or if you want to hang out with the biscuits. Both options are great.
That depends. Where's the cat?
The cat.
Still haven't gotten to pet the cat yet.
That's such a real condition.
Like I'm Assassin's Creed. The moment they allowed petting of the cats in Assassin's Creed, everyone just stopped playing the game.
And just finding cats. Yeah.
Yes. It's true. I did that in all the time.
And they were like, what have we done? Yeah, so you see the cat was under the table around your feet. And now because, Ozzy has moved away, it has jumped onto the table and is just sitting next to the biscuit, sort of like, you know how like cats don't want to eat something, but they want to mess with it? Like it's pawing at one of the biscuits. Like not necessarily to eat it, just kind of like, what is this? Why are you eating this weird thing?
It smells funny.
Yes. So that is where the cat is. That is where, oh my gosh, we gave it a name.
He doesn't have to.
That's where Biscuit is. I should know.
Biscuit the cat, of course.
Yes. So Biscuit is just sitting there pawing at it.
Ozzy's going to try to climb into a chair and just kind of like scoop it into a hug.
Try. It finally lets you scoop it into a hug.
Yes.
And then it does the thing that cats do when you've been holding them for too long and they're overstimulated. They're like, let me go.
She's just sitting there still like this for as long as she can.
Okay. If that's
Just
what you
happy.
want to, if that's what you'd like to do, I would like to do a little roll here.
Okay. Sure.
This is the GM going laughs and GM. Anyway, so this
Ozzy
is
loses an eye.
I destroy the whole
Remember when I
campaign.
called you benevolent earlier? Evil.
Like I said, for now. Anyway, so this is not, you are squeezing the cat. So I'm going to say this is going to give you an inability
Okay.
in this roll. That does mean it will increase the difficulty by 1.
It's okay. I already have an ability for pleasant social interactions. So who cares?
It's gonna make it more difficult by 2. So we're gonna do, this would have been a level 9. Now it's a level 50. Now, sorry, not level 9. This would have been a level, that's too high of a level. It's a target number of 9. It's actually a level 3. This is going to bump it up to a level 5, which makes it a difficulty of 15.
Okay. Also, I don't want to hurt the cat.
Oh no, you will not hurt the cat.
Okay, good.
Trust me, this one isn't about you hurting the cat.
Good. All right, here we go. Let's roll. I kind of want to fail.
The harm is not to the
hurting
cat.
you? Right, now the cat hurting you.
Well, I got a 12, so.
Okay, you failed it. So
yay.
As you continue to squeeze the cat tries to wriggle out. And you kind of feel it's a little weird. Is the cat getting bigger? Now, the funny thing about this particular kind of cat, it is called a Criskin cat, is that it is able to take the shape of a house cat, but its actual shape is closer to a big cat. So, Ozzy, you fall over as you find yourself pinned down by a large jungle cat.
Wow.
What a way to
go.
It snorts in your face.
Just looking up at it, like, if I die, I die. He just screeches out, look, that's my dream. I want to cuddle big cats, like in real life.
This is very much got so happy. This has got like To Die by Thighs, The Way of the Warrior vibes. Yes. But yeah, To Die by Cat is The Way of the Warrior in this one.
Yes.
And I think this is a good time for Sophie and Mia to come back from the little Kreia hunting trip. And this is what the scene that you walk in on. And
sick big cat. Sophie goes and gives scritches.
Oh, I love it. The cat like kind of gives a huff and like roars. Gives a little bit like of a like not a roar, but like a little like, you know how like when big cats are like annoyed, they're not like roaring, but they're like very much like, could you just not, you know? And Mia immediately is like, Biscuit, they're friends, not food.
Yeah, and you boop it on the nose.
It bares its teeth at you, like it wants to eat you, but it's not going to because its master's here, or rather, its person is here. Let's go with that, and it backs off of you, Ozzy, and goes over to Mia and like immediately like puts its head up for scritches, and Mia's like
so sweet.
It's like, you're so naughty, Biscuit. And we'll cut from that scene back over. Komu, have you followed Nuna, or are you still okay? So you're not in the room with the big cat. You are following Nuna with this chalice. Nuna immediately goes over to Ari and begins to check vitals, and she says, "This is exactly what I thought it was." She looks up and is a little startled by you, Komu, because she was so focused on her work. She's like, "Oh, are you with her? Were you all traveling together as a group?"
Yes, you could say that. We are on an important quest.
I see. She did mention she was a princess. Can you give me more information?
What do you know about the Dark Water and the treasures?
The treasures of Rule?
Yes.
They were a myth. They no longer exist, at least according to what I've heard. Or, well, I suppose it's more accurate to say that King Ren of Octopon found all of them and was able to drive the Dark Water back.
When I was a child, I would often hear stories from my parents, and it was not until I was grown that I realized those stories were meant to keep me safe. The story you heard about King Ren is one of those stories. The treasures are not a myth. In fact, you hold one right now.
What? She looks at the chalice. Well, this is the treasure of rule or not. This is the only way to save your friend. Are you familiar with ecomancy?
I've only recently learned about it. I've
Magic.
been away for a while.
It's the magic of myrrh. Those who are ecomancers don't just have a natural affinity, they are connected to the soul of myrrh. It's unfortunate in the sense that they are among those who are most deeply affected by something like dark water, but also fortunate in the sense that they are able to feel and communicate with the world in ways that we can only dream of. As a Cree, I was raised with nature alongside to coexist, to find ways in which to minimize my imprint on the world in the favor of nature. But even I only dream of the connection that ecomancers have. They are among those who can ask the world for assistance and have it answer. I have to remember to eat my mic and project more when I give dramatic monologues. But yes, from the diaphragm. But yes. So that is what.
So, in a manner of speaking, Ari suffers because Myrrh suffers.
In a way, yes. Do you know if Ari, she looks down because she finally got your name. And do you know if Ari has ever practiced ecomancy at all?
I don't believe she knew she had her gift until perhaps this day.
Oh dear, I see. Do you know when her fever started?
We encountered dark water.
That explains it. The exposure to dark water must have triggered and awoken Ari's abilities. She'll need someone to help her learn about her natural connection. It's beyond my understanding, but I do know that Queen Tula of Octopon is a talented ecomancer.
Her mother.
Oh, so Ari is a princess of Octopon.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
I see. She takes the chalice and kind of, can you help me? And asks you to kind of lean Ari up so that, Ari doesn't choke on this liquid that she's about to inadvertently swallow. And she pours the liquid in the chalice into Ari's mouth. And the chalice itself begins to glow. Ari, you feel you know how when a fever finally breaks and you feel that sense of relief, that coolness that sort of follows as the heat begins to dissipate from your body? That's what you feel. The box that you were trying to keep your magic in seems to melt away as the magic begins to sort of, rather than be contained, begin to spread and become a part of you. and it keeps it like yes, Ari got antibiotics for her flu. Sorry, we have a little chat here, and it's very funny. But yeah, it begins to spread, become a part of you, give you 5G reception even. Um, sorry, I couldn't help myself. But right, exactly. So become a part of you and intrinsically sort of connect itself to you in a way where you now are able to use ecomancer abilities. Um, so your ecomancy abilities that are on your sheet, you now have access to. And you can use them with more finesse than maybe prior. It's not going to be like, oh, you've exploded the ship. It's going to be more like, you've exploded close to the ship. Yay. But yeah, so, and you are able to come back to consciousness with that.
I've got to stop doing that.
You find yourself like being held by Komu, and you see Nuna in front of you holding this chalice. The chalice that is being lit up by your compass.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm like trying to get out of bed. I'll probably like fall over unless Como catches me.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, breathe, Highness, breathe.
Oh, we did a thing. We did a thing. Oh, we did the thing. It's there. I did. No, you did. We did. Ooh, oh, it's working. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh, I mean, like we all did it. It was a group effort. Blah blah blah. I'm a genius.
I'll leave you two to talk.
Is this something that you were looking for?
Hi. Sorry, I didn't get to introduce myself properly. I'm Ari, Prince of Octopon. Hi, nice to meet you. You probably heard of me. It's fine.
Right. From Komu.
Yeah, wait, did you not hear me before?
No, we are not as deeply connected with the politics of Octopon as it does not concern us. Myself and my sister, that is.
Those beautiful person. Long story short, we are looking for the lost treasures of rule so we can seal Darkwater. Well, so I can seal Darkwater forever, prove that I'm better than my brothers and sisters, and hopefully get that proof my father been dying for the last 12 years.
Do you mean that King Ren didn't collect all the treasures and the Darkwater is still a threat?
Yeah, there was a thing, they couldn't get it, he had to run the kingdom, he got married, gave birth to 3 beautiful children. Well, 1 beautiful child and 2 really annoying ones. And now it's up to me to find those and get them back to save the world.
Nuna looks at you and says, and like for a minute, trying to like process all of this, and she looks down at the chalice and then back at you. So you are a descendant of the throne of Octopon?
More or less.
She holds out the chalice to you. If this is a treasure of Octopon, or rather, if this is a treasure of rule, and it will save us from the dark water, and it returns, and its return, then you should take it. I have lived in a place that has been corrupted by dark water. I know what that looks like, and I have no desire to see that happen here.
So Ari reaches for the item, and like the camera will like zoom directly into her hand as she's going, chalice, yeah! And then she'll freeze when she's got it right above.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a moment when Ari will just pause and be like, don't you need this? I mean, didn't you just like bring me back from basically dead with this?
That is what this does. It is a tool for healing, but it's exactly that, a tool. I am a healer by trade. This just means I won't have the easy way out.
There is a very poignant moment where Ari doesn't look at the camera and looks away as someone who's constantly looking for easy ways out.
Have you been called out? Are you in this post and you don't like it?
I'm in this post, I don't like it. Please delete. Please delete this now. But Ari will sort of like try and pretend it's fine because she's been doing that for the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll take the chalice and she'll hold it up in her hand. And she'll be like, thank you. Thank you so much. I promise we're definitely going to stop Darkwater with this.
I hope that you do, and I wish you well. But I do think that you should be on your way.
Oh,
As
yeah.
much as I would.
We got to find the rest. I got to get going before. Oh, wait. Well, why am I in a rush? I'm the first one here. They probably don't even know where I am. They have no idea what's going on. They're probably lost. I'm sure I'm well ahead of my brother and sister. Yeah, I'll take my time. Yes. Oh, should we get going? Hey, everybody!
Komu, are you still in the room?
Yeah, I just
You know
took an
what's up.
aside. Yep.
Yeah, you know what's up. So I just want to ask if you have anything to contribute as Ari goes to this. Oh, I have all the time in the world. This is super easy because Nuna doesn't know what you guys had been through before.
I'm going to just be in the doorway and just very nonchalantly say, your brother's already here.
I'm sorry, I dropped the chalice and I catch it again. I'm sorry, what?
We had to escape quickly because your brother had already come seeking you in Jondertown.
Oh. Hi, Noons. Nice to meet you. It's been great. Honestly, let's get in contact. Have your people talk to my people. Okay, bye. Group meeting now, please. Group meeting.
Ozzy and Sophie, Ozzy, you're being licked by Biscuit. Biscuit has made friends with you. So this big cat is now licking you. As Ari calls for this group meeting. So
that's money spent.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Right, that's enough. We gotta go to a meeting.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ari. I don't think I had a chance to introduce myself properly. I'm a princess of Octopon. Nice to meet you all. This is Sophie, my best friend. Love you. This is Komu, who is kind of scary. And then here's Ozzy, who is also kind of scary, but I love them both like they're my family members. We are the Pirates of Dark. And also, what's the name of that rock again?
Dwayne.
Is that Dwayne or Wayne? I can never be. Either way, we have a quest. We are going to get together. We're going to use this compass to find every treasure of rule. We're going to go back to Octopon, and I am going to be crowned as the greatest princess alive.
And then we're going to go free, right? That was part of the deal, right?
If you keep telling everybody what our plans are, it's gonna make it just that much more difficult. But who am I?
Sophie, the reason why I chose you for this trip, and definitely chose I didn't accidentally run into you because I'm in Jenkertown, is because you are the most trustworthy person I know, and you've always had my back in the fight. Komu, I picked you along with this because you have always proved yourself to be a person that's always been of integrity and of incredible fightness and awesomeness. And Ozzy, I needed a third.
Yeah, sounds accurate.
I think that's fair. Together with this and this, we are going to save the world. Any objections?
Dwayne does not have any objections.
Love you, Dwayne. Oh, yeah, Dwayne, 4th member. Sorry, I forgot. Honestly, Dwayne, you're the best. Love you so much.
Excuse me, what about me? You see Niddler eating cookies.
Sophie looks so confused.
Back there. Because Niddler's been here the whole time. As usual, I've just been playing Niddler. Sorry, Niddler.
Uncle Niddler. Sorry, Uncle Niddler. I almost forgot. I love you too. You're great. We need a mascot.
You know your brother's probably here by now, right?
Oh, yeah, about that. So, point of order, our first order of business as the official badass Pirates of Darkwater is to escape from my brother before he catches me, steals both of these, and take credit for himself. All in favor?
Komu's going to look to Sophie.
Ozzy enthusiastically says, "Aye!" Dwayne also says, "Aye!"
Sophie looks back at Komu, like trying to read his apprehension.
If you're willing to captain, I'm willing to follow, is the vibe. It's one of those like we need to let Ari be who she is, but also not.
Oh, Ari.
Fair. Sophie was sitting in a chair with their feet up, like crossed at the ankles, and they just stand up to their full height. The chair loudly scooches back against the ground. And she looks at everyone and goes, looks like it's CSS Stormborn. I'm Sophie, your captain.
Wait, hold up. I didn't wait, hold up. Could you come back to that last bit? I feel like as the princess, I should be the captain.
I'm sorry, do you know anything about ships at all? You didn't even know to bring money.
It's my ship.
Your Highness, I believe your station is above captain.
Oh, really? What is it then?
In the royal chain of command, you are royalty.
And out
A
of my
captain
way.
is a position of admiralty within the fleet.
Friends,
And out of my way.
There's no need to argue. Dwayne will be the captain.
Oh, I'm not.
Dwayne?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I was confusing in what this is not up for a debate.
Nuna
Nobody
and me
else.
are just eating biscuits, like watching this go down, like very much that meme of like we're having popcorn while y'all.
Nobody else here knows a ship like I do. Nobody else here has spent the amount of time on a ship like I have. Did you forget why my last name is Stormborn?
I'll
remind
your
you.
last name in all fairness.
Well, I didn't tell you, so I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ari, more specifically.
She's gonna go eat a biscuit with the group.
Okay, a compromise. You are the captain when we're on the boat.
I am the captain.
When we're on the boat.
Ari, princess dear.
Yes.
That Niddler like leans towards you. Maybe we should just let the scary person captain.
Well, thank you.
Okay, you
Not
win.
that scary
Not you.
person. You're that scary person. Points.
You are terrifying, Ozzy.
You're so nice to be.
Great second in command.
Thank you.
You know what? It's not the time. My brother's here. We should go.
That in the rule of command,
I have
the
set
captain,
a timer, and it just went down by 1. So
yeah. Sophie is actively walking and talking, and is like in the chain of command. Yes, the princess and royalty is higher up, but they don't run the ship. They just ask for the stuff that the ship is doing.
The
ship is ran by the captain.
Talking, like we hear this conversation fading away. Komu, as you go to leave, Mia and Nuna walk up to you, and Nuna says, "It sounds like you're going to need something for the road." And she holds out a small vial with a deep greenish blue liquid in it. You have just been given a healing potion. You can add that to your items. Mia,
I bow deeply.
We're not done gift giving, so a moment before you bow and honorably, because they will bow back. But Mia says, "You should take these too," and she gives you a small, like little bag, like about there you go. That's a little bag like this of Kreia biscuits. They're made from the Kreia fruit.
Yeah.
And they do have like that basically as you can add these as an item, and they will essentially give you they'll bolster a stat. Probably likely your might. They're basically like good for bolstering your constitution if you're trying to resist something. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you have these items in your care because you have given the appearance of the most responsible person in the group.
No, we're doomed.
Yeah, I know. It was either you or Sophie, and Sophie looked scary. So
Yeah.
Ozzy is just nope. Because we love Ozzy, but the cat has already tried to eat Ozzy. So yes. So that is what you they bow, they return your deep bow as you leave.
Always the quest.
But yes, so you all walk and make your way back to where the Aurora has been docked. Fortunately, it is fine. Your way back is uneventful. Although, Ari, your head is now filled with sensations. The feeling, the way that plants feel, and the way it's not something that's overwhelming. It's not like you're in a loud cafeteria and there's a bunch of noise. It's very much like a dull hum for you, right? And that dull hum is filled with feelings from plants and voices, the small voices of animals going about their day.
I just want you all to know this is really loud and I don't know why.
No one's making noise.
Yeah, about that.
What are you like hearing stuff? Did they give you something?
She's gone crazy.
I don't. And I'm sort of like looking at the plants and I'm watching them move and I feel them breathe.
Yes.
And there's a moment where like I'll sort of stop in a point where if I'm just gonna take a little bit of like creative liberties here, a plant will literally wave at me.
Yes.
And I'll sort of wave back before I realize I've fallen behind. And then I catch up and I'm like, I'm sure I'm fine. I'll talk to my mom about this later.
So you make your way onto the Aurora and you set sail. I assume, again, no issues here. Sophie, you have all the sailing abilities, so you're able to, as opposed to before where Ozzy was just kind of like, I sort of remember how to drive. This is fine. You're like, no. You fourth gear like this, you know exactly like what to do and where to go. So you're able to point Ozzy and Komu into exactly what needs to be done so you guys can expedite and get out of Dodge as quickly as possible.
You just look pretty, Ari.
Yeah, Ari's just
I think it's great. I'm gonna constantly try and help and be told don't. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
You just sit and look pretty.
Okay.
Ari, you are still holding the chalice and the compass, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So just so for your information, that chalice is an item. You have congratulations, everyone. You found your first treasure of rule. This is what's known as the Chalice of Life. And the Chalice of Life has the capacity to heal. So you do have the healing potion, but this treasure will basically turn any like simple apothecary remedy into a healing potion. And it will heal and restore points to your pool if you choose to use it.
We're practically gods, you guys.
It does operate as a cipher. It has a limited number of uses. The difference between a treasure of rule and a cipher is that its uses will recharge after a day, basically. Think of it as like that. So you have about 3 charges on it that you can use, very much in case of emergency break glass, which, could happen here. But yeah, so that is that first item for you. And I'm getting that on video because I'm going to need to remember that as the GM later. Yay!
Smart.
But yeah, the second thing is your compass, Ari. As you've sort of been shunted off while everyone's setting sail and the ship begins to set sail, you all come to the realization that you don't yet have a direction. There is no where are you going as you pull out. And as you begin to think about that, Ari, your compass begins to glow and it points to the south.
I'll take it off. Because it's dramatic that way, I'll run past all 4 members on the ship. I'll like skid by Niddler while they're eating like a watermelon or something. I'll move past Komu and give him like a traitorous look, like should be on my side. I'm like, what's going on? And he says, I'll run past Ozzy, but I'll stop, run back, and pet Dwayne.
Dwayne. Okay.
And I'll run up to where Sophie is like got the wheel. I'm assuming there's a wheel on this thing.
Yeah, there's a wheel. There's like a
and sort of like be like, should have been me. That's fine. But I'll give them a high five on the way out, and then I'll like slide up to the very front of the ship, and I'll hold up the compass.
Yes, and you see this brilliant blue light illuminate, and you see this direction of south. And this is the point where you can have a moment where you go, which direction, where you let us know which direction you're heading in. So it's the point where you can yell to the south, and everyone yells to the south.
So I'm about to yell, and I
You heard her.
You said about to yell.
I'm about to yell and go like to the south. I'm assuming Sophie's gonna interrupt me and say
correct, yeah.
So
Sophie will absolutely be like it's like you run up there and you hold it up and you're like, and Sophie's just like, you see where it's pointing.
To the south.
Komu, I need the mass south.
Aye, Captain.
And the
I'll put it back on begrudgingly, but I have a smile on my face as we do start to head south.
So the Aurora turns to the south and speeds along across this across the waves, and becomes smaller and smaller. And because you're all focused on the south and the excitement and triumph of finding a treasure of rule, you don't see the ship. The other ship, a very large, intimidating looking ship that has a dragon's maw as its helm. This ship is known as the Dragon's, I believe it's the Dragon's Maw. I was super creative. The Dagron's Maw. The Dagron's Maw. It looks like a Dagron. Sorry. This is a different mer creature, okay? We don't have dragons here. We have Dagrons. We move the R. Just saying. So
legally distinct from dragons.
Legally distinct from dragons. Thank you.
Very much so, yeah.
So yeah, it's a Dagron skull. Your sister, Ari, who looks is probably the most exhibits the most traits of both parents. She neither looks too much like your father or too much like your mother, but like a happy blend of both. Is leaning on the mast, arms crossed, and she says, "You see, Ari has an unfair advantage. I don't see why we shouldn't have one either." And she sort of pokes at a figure in a deep blue robe that is tied to the mast with her foot. "I'm glad I read up about what espers can do." And the answer to her comes across. Sorry, I might have to project from the diaphragm again. I just saw a little pink time. Oh yes, it's we're ending, so we're there. And the answer from this comes across with a deep masculine voice. As the captain of this ship, Brother Blackheart looks back at your sister and says, "We have more than one advantage. It seems that your sister is a bit ill-equipped to go on this journey." Brother Blackheart is a large individual in terms of height, as intimidating as Sophie's father. And this is a man who is bald. Think of I compare him to the, oh my gosh, the Old Spice. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Isaiah Mustafa.
Yeah. Or think of it's a tall, bald, dark-skinned individual who has it's a very carefully manicured beard, and you can see that he has fought something and it was big, and it scarred him from about this side of his face all the way down to the other side. He has these 3 claw mark scars going across his face. He wears a belt and no shirt. Very intimidating individual. And he has the tattoo of a black heart with a dagger through it on his chest. Hence his moniker, Brother Blackheart. And he looks back at your sister, Jenna, Ari, and says, "They won't stand a chance against us." And he lifts his arm up in a fist to his crew and says, "To the south!" And the choir of "To the south" from the crew, they easily outnumber you. And the Dagron's maw also turns to follow the Aurora. And that is where we will end our game for today. Thank you so much for joining us here on Happy Jacks RPG. I'd like to thank our wonderful chat mods for their hard work. Thank you, chat mods. And as always, thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent. One more time, I could not tell this story without the help of the wonderful storytellers at the table. So why don't you guys tell us who you are and where we can find you? Starting with the amazing, the unique, Ozzy.
Hi everyone, my name is Courtney Craft. You can find me playing the hurdy-gurdy on TikTok at Courtney Lee Craft. That's where you find me. Who's next?
Yeah. I feel like you should pick someone.
I picked Joe.
Yay!
Yay, it's me. Congrats. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Shihao, and you can follow me by writing my name in Chinese on a rock and throwing that rock into a puddle. Now, after 2 weeks, you're going to go back and fish that puddle out. Not fish the puddle, fish the rock out of the puddle. That was a trick. If you saw past that trick, congratulations. Once you get that pebble out of that puddle, you can go online and search for me as Unspun Tales at Blue Sky.
Yay! And who would you like to throw it over to, Joe?
I'm gonna throw it over to my rival slash new best friend, my competitor, the one that is my martial equal, Lloyd.
I mean, no, I'm not.
So don't worry, Sophie, I'll smack him for you.
Take you out, take you out. Hi, I'm Lloyd. I exist. Nice to meet you all, and we'll see you next time. I'll pass it on to Sophie.
Hi, I am not Joe's martial equal. I'm Sam, Sam Star. You can find me all across the interwebs at Lust for Life X. That's LUSTTFORLIFEEX. All across the interwebs. Yeah, follow me there, and I'll tell you where I be at. Typically, Trent's Planner RPG's channel on Saturdays.
Woo!
Keep a lookout for that because our Arc 3 interlude is coming up on October 4th. October the 4th. Go watch it.
Yay! And I have been your friendly neighborhood GM here at the Happy Jacks table. My name is Vixie Bell, and you can also find me over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where I run, play, and produce games. Tonight, we're actually going to be running Spindle Wheel by Sasha Renault. It is Indie Game Month over at the pub, so we are spotlighting indie game designers, and this is one of our spotlights. If you haven't played Spindle Wheel, I highly recommend it. You can also find me over at Vixie Bell or at Vixie Bell Cosplay on social media. That said, join us next time for High Adventure with the new Pirates of Dark Water next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, technically. We try. We do our best to start on time, but I can't make that guarantee. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our next session and find out where our wonderful pirates are headed. If you want to catch up on past episodes, you can always visit happyjacks.org/Pirates of Dark Water. And if you want to find all of the other APs on the Happy Jacks network, visit happyjacks.org. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye!